Welcome to the Lads AM podcast, a show for those late night ramblings you only get when the rest of the world is asleep. This show is available in both podcast and Let's Play form. Check out our social media to find out how to listen the way you want to. Tonight, we are playing Uno.
So, Dustin.
Robert.
Question.
Answer.
Oh, fuck. Hey! You... This AI asshole.
Favorite guy.
What I was gonna say, did you see the new Pokemon that was announced today?
I did see the new Pokemon that was announced.
I need your opinion on it because Matt and I have already discussed ours.
I dig it, sorta. I think it's at first I was a little confused, but once I saw that the little face was actually a real face, I was like, oh, that's adorable. I love him.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, you're gonna hate Matt.
I think on a scale of 1 to 10, I'll give it a 7.
Wow, that's like 7 too high, my guy.
Wow, you're insane.
Sure. You're insane. I just don't like it. I feel
I
like
dig
the past that and the wiggle guy, they're just
the
misses.
Wiggler?
They're just misses after misses go over on a Game Freak. I think they peaked with Lechonk, honestly. They really did like announce like Lechonk, Smoliv, and the new Wooper all at like within a similar time frame. They just blew their load way too early. Now
I do
all they
think
got
Lechonk
is just,
was the best of all the Pokemon announced for this game.
like, they really just like went too
Lechonk might
hard.
be up there, yeah.
They went too hard in the paint in the beginning, and now they're facing the consequences of their actions. And
I feel like they should have
How do
sat
I-
on the
oh.
reveal for this one. I feel like they should have like no, you have to play the game to find out what the Pokemon is.
Yeah, I thought they were gonna like wait longer than like a day.
Yeah, it really wasn't.
Like, what was
Oh.
the point of the wait?
Yeah,
for like the streamer girl.
Yeah,
character?
like I thought
Yeah.
what they were gonna do was like give it a week and then put it out. Like, let people really speculate for a week
Yeah.
or something.
They did seem like they were playing something, and they didn't.
Yeah,
Honestly,
it was weird.
honestly, I thought the joke was that she was like, "Guess my partner Pokemon," as she has 2 Magnemites in her hair. I thought it was a joke. I honestly thought it was a joke.
I mean, I understand why. It makes
Yeah.
sense.
And then they just were like, "All right, here's like Grimace,
Miss.
but smaller and discolored and has nothing to do with hamburgers."
Fair. Just double checking, Matt. You started the video recording too, right?
Oh shit, no, I didn't.
Ah.
No, we're good. We're good here.
Dude, good thing I
Podcast, not
said
the gameplay.
something.
Yo, I'll find something. I'll find something to put there. Don't worry.
Dude, I
God.
mean, it's Uno. We can make it do.
Hey, we got the music playing in the background. Just have Jammies emote.
Emo.
Yeah, the Jammies emote. Just have that playing the whole time.
Matt, did you start recording the video now?
I will in 2 seconds.
Okay. I'm trying to delay my turn as much as I could.
Oh no, you don't have to do that. I was gonna wait. I was hoping I was distracting you, and you're gonna let the clock go out.
No. It is your turn as a heads up, then.
Oh, god damn it. Nope. Just wait for it. No!
What?
He
Oh.
stacked it on me, that's what. The fact that I saw it pause for a second, I was like, oh, that means he has one.
Well,
I think the important question is, did we get that on video?
yeah, we did.
Oh, awesome. Here we go.
All right, welcome to the last episode of the podcast, because no one's gonna talk to me after this, because apparently I've dishonored Rob's new favorite Pokemon, and I keep stacking on Dustin.
No. You dishonored Dustin's new favorite Pokemon.
Okay.
Dustin?
I literally said Lechonk was the best.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you did.
you literally gave it a 7, which is a little too high, but still, it's not like
Good for
seven,
you.
7's just enough to be mid. Seven's
Here's
like
the thing.
high
So,
mid.
I'm in a middle ground, Dustin. So, I don't hate the Pokemon, but I am very annoyed at how much hate it's getting.
Is it getting a lot of hate? I haven't seen.
Oh, yeah.
That's crazy.
I've not seen a Pokemon this generation get this much hate.
Well, again, look at where we started from. Look at what
I mean,
we were
that's
given
fine. Yeah, I'm just saying, like,
first, and look at where we
it
are
doesn't
now.
deserve the hate it's getting.
No, it does.
No, it doesn't.
It's literally a video game.
I mean,
Nobody.
okay, you can make that argument
Look-
with anything.
Wiggler
That
should have
thing
gotten way more hate than this. Is.
Dude,
apparently.
I didn't think that thing was real.
Should have gotten way more hate.
I
Wiggly's
thought-
bad.
I didn't make a video.
Fucking tapeworm.
I didn't make a video on Wiggler because I thought it was a fake leak. I never believed that would be a real Pokemon. It looks
Yeah.
so bad.
No, it was real.
Like, oh, when did I get so many cards?
When I gave it to you.
When Dustin's used a 7.
Cool, we're trading. Yeah, I genuinely have not been keeping up with Pokemon. Like they keep. I feel like they've done so many too.
Yeah, it really does just keep happening.
You really?
What? Just them announcing Pokemon?
Yeah.
Yeah, like I feel
I
like the
mean-
announcements are happening really
Lightning
quickly.
speed.
So,
Even though it's like I know we're close, but still.
so as of now, they've announced 19 Pokemon, which is a lot. And you know what I think is really surprising is that they have not had a single Gen 9 Pokemon appear in the anime.
Do they normally
Live.
tease something like that?
Yeah, they normally tease a Pokemon like that. Like, you know, it was like episode 20 or something of the original anime that Misty gets Togepi. In the Gen 3 anime, May gets Munchlax, like, relatively later on. Or relatively early on. At the end of the Gen 3 anime, Blaziken's teased. Usually they'll tease, like, a Pokemon. But we haven't had anything.
What's the status of the current anime?
So they're about to start the final match of the World Coronation Series, is what it's called, which is basically like the World Championship.
Oh, all the champions doing
Oh,
their
it's still in the middle.
Ye-
Of that?
That's still
Yeah,
going?
so this is what they did was they have done over the past 3 months. So an episode comes out every week, right?
Yes.
In the past 3 months, I think they've had 5 recap episodes.
Oh.
Yeah, it's been bad. But there's not much we can do. But the episodes that we have had of the actual championship have been amazing.
Is what's his name still in it?
It's down to the final 2. It's just down to Ash and Leon.
Ah!
Oh, Ash and Leon.
Ah!
Yep.
That's the worst. Oh,
I was
they oh, that's gross.
Sorry.
I hate
Yeah.
him so much. I
Ash,
hate Pokemon.
Ash managed to beat Steven in the first round and then beat Cynthia.
That's. I hate Pokemon. I fucking hate Pokemon.
As the least Pokemon person here, I was expecting a Cynthia versus Leon final.
Nope, Dustin, you're not the
I-
least Pokemon person anymore.
I thought it could have gone either way. I
Yeah.
could have seen them having Cynthia win. I could have seen them having Ash win. Ultimately, what they ended up doing was at the very beginning of the Cynthia fight, they basically made it. They had showed a conversation with Cynthia and Diantha, which is the Gen 6 champion, where Cynthia says, "Yeah, after I do this tournament, I'm officially retiring from battling." And then she walks out onto the court, has an amazing battle with Ash, walks off the court having lost, looks at Diantha and says, "Know how I said I was retiring? Never mind."
JK.
Yeah,
Okay.
JK, I'm not done yet.
He has
Pulling a real
revitalized
Tom
my
Brady.
revitalized my face. It really is Tom Brady. Oh man, I hate that so much. I genuinely hate that so much. I feel when did I know I don't know if I've mentioned it on the podcast before, but I hate Charizard. But
You do
when
hate
did I fucking hate Charizard, man? And it was
Oh,
around
do you?
it really didn't start until around the time of Pokemon Go. Because around the time of the Pokemon Go, a lot of their marketing shifted back to the original 3 starters. They really went with that, and I thought that was cool, right? Because it's like, oh, okay, back to the OG starters. But then they just took Charizard and ran with it. And over time, I just see him so much, and I realize that he's just a boring Pokemon
Matt,
that has so much hype around it by pure nostalgia and by 14-year-old boys thinking that a dragon with a fire aesthetic is peak video games. And that just frustrates me.
Can I correct you on one thing?
No, if you do, you're off the podcast.
Well,
Not a lot of correct.
I'm just gonna go ahead and stay muted the entire time. Damn.
No, what do you say? What do
You said that you noticed that Charizard started becoming like a poster child for Pokemon with Pokemon Go. It was way earlier than that.
I'm aware of that.
I think it started with Mega Charizard X and Mega Charizard Y.
No, Charizard was always a big thing. I like the world's nostalgia for Charizard definitely didn't come out around Pokemon Go. But what I'm saying is that's when I noticed it. I noticed
Okay, fair.
I noticed it I think the fact that Charizard got 2 megas as opposed to the other ones is fair. Like, that's fine. But it was after Pokemon Go that I realized it. And then it's after that where he also gets Gigantamax.
Yeah,
also,
I mean,
there's the original your bedroom in Gen 8. Is it? Oh, is that Gen 8? The UK British?
Yes, yeah,
it's
yeah.
Gen 8.
It's Gen 8, yeah.
Like, that's the game that in your room, it's like, here are the biggest 3 Pokemon in the whole Galar region. And it's like Charizard, Gengar, and Machamp. Like, put a new Pokemon in there, please.
Here's the thing, is you're right that Charizard has been a fan favorite since, it came out. But Charizard, what bothered me wasn't that Charizard was popular. Because, if it's going to be popular, it's going to be popular, whatever. What bothers me is the special treatment it gets. And that started with those megas. There's only 2 Pokemon that have 2 different mega forms. Charizard and Mewtwo. You're essentially putting Charizard on the same playing level as Mewtwo? That's extreme.
Yeah. And it's like also, but then I don't know, they don't make sense. Why is it
and then making it into Leon's Pokemon is really egregious.
Oh, you mean Leon? Leon, the unbeatable champion, champion of the Pokemon Leon. Leon and his Charizard, his big Charizard, his Galarian Pokemon known as Charizard, could have been any
Matt, in this championship battle with 8 trainers, right?
Yeah.
Do you know how many Charizards were used?
Well, let me guess. Let me see. There's Leon's Charizard.
Yep.
What's his name? Alon?
Elaine, I think.
He had a Charizard. Iris? Did Iris have a Charizard? She's Dragon. But did they squeeze a Charizard on her team? No. Was Iris even in it?
Iris is in it.
Did she have a Charizard?
So I know there's a 3rd Charizard, but I don't think it was Iris. I think it was Lance.
Oh, Lance is in it.
Yeah, Lance was in it.
Did he have 4 Dragonites?
No, he only had
That's
1.
his thing!
Yeah.
His thing is that he has Dragonite, Gyarados, Charizard, and Dragonite. That's his shtick.
Yeah,
no wonder he lost. Jeez.
But still, they had 3 Charizards, and I think 3 trainers had Dragonite.
That's...
One of them being Ash.
It's like they have 1,000 Pokemon.
Pretty crazy.
Show off
I have
more.
repeats at all.
Also, give like one. It's weird because like Meowth is also in a weird situation, and they feel like it feels like they did the same thing that they did at Charizard with Meowth. They just didn't want to tell anyone about it. Why does Meowth have 2 regional forms and a Gigantamax form and can talk?
Here's the thing. Pikachu doesn't even get that much love. Like, Pikachu doesn't have a Mega. I don't even think Pikachu is a G-Max form, does it?
There's the big... Isn't it G-Max form the one where it gets big and it looks like the old chunky Pikachu? Or is that not technically a Gigantamax?
I'm not sure.
Also,
There's a Alolan Raichu, but that's about the only special treatment Pikachu really gets.
Also, if you don't like Pokemon, I'm sorry, this episode isn't for you.
I'm sure we'll stop talking about Pokemon eventually.
Yeah, I don't... And it's like, I just like don't know like why. Like, are they actually profiting off like flashing Charizard around?
Probably.
I guess. You know, there was a
Dragons are cool.
Yeah.
wow, dragon with a fire
suppose they
aesthetic.
are.
Wow. But the first time, my earliest memory of Charizard was a friend of mine's. Like, I was over a friend's house, and he had like an older cousin, and the older cousin was probably like in their 20s, so like probably our age now, which is weird to think about. But he was showing us his Pokemon Red game. No, Pokemon Fire Red.
Okay.
And his Charizard's name was like it was like fuck ass or something.
Wow.
And I remember seeing that. I was like, what? That's I'm like, do I gotta tell an adult you named it like fuck ass or something like that? It blew my mind. I'm like,
call the police.
This is probably the worst human I've ever met. I was like genuinely disgusted. And I look back and I don't know what to... I was like, damn, how times have changed.
I couldn't have had a more opposite situation happen to me, where I had a family member who was, again, just like you said, probably about 24 when I saw him. This was probably when I was like 8 or 9. Opposite situation. He didn't nickname his Pokemon Swears. He traded me Pokemon holding Master Balls.
Dude.
And almost certainly they were gotten with like an action replay, but I didn't know what an action replay was at the time. So I just got 3 Master Balls and I thought it was amazing.
Dude, love the action replay.
I remember what I ended up using one of those Master Balls on.
Yeah.
Level 3 Cubone.
Nice.
Nice. Dude.
That effort broke out of like 100 Ultra Balls.
Dude, action replay was sick. I remember buying one at Target. It was just like there. And then suddenly like I just put it into my DS and now suddenly like I remember the big one was that I think it was like the big cheat was like if you held R, the XP wouldn't stop.
Oh.
It would just keep going. Yeah, you could just level up all your Pokemon to level 100 by holding R the whole time. And I just did that. The only Pokemon that I ever trained to level 100 legitimately was my starter in Pokemon Pearl, which was a Torterra. All of the other ones, it was either that or spotting in like 999 rare candies.
Fair.
Yeah.
And I'm like, damn, this is sick. I don't have to play the video game anymore.
Who wants to play video games?
Not me. No way, Jose. I just want to cheese it.
I won an action replay in a game of rock, paper, scissors.
Nice.
Yeah, it was against you.
It was against me?
Yeah.
Damn, I don't even know what an action replay is.
That's really funny. I'm like 90% sure it was against you.
Maybe.
Because we had a mutual friend when we were about We were probably like 14.
Okay.
And he got, I think, a DS. I think he got a 3DS or something.
Mhm.
But didn't, for whatever reason, he didn't want his action replay anymore. So he was like, do either of you guys want it? And both of us said yes. So we said, fine, rock, paper, scissors for it. And then I won.
I don't think you can use. Maybe it's because you couldn't use 3DS games in action replay. They wouldn't fit.
Yeah, Robert, I'm gonna guarantee you right now, I probably was just rock paper scissoring you for it, just so you wouldn't have it, just for the opportunity you wouldn't get it, because I don't think I ever knew what that was. So
I'm trying to think if there's a chance it was someone other than you.
like
Do
I
you
don't want
know-
to deny that it wasn't me because I don't remember it at all. But I'm just telling you if that was me, that was my motivation behind it.
Do you
Just to
know what
screw
an
you
action
over.
replay is, Dustin?
Nope.
Oh,
It's
okay.
Do,
So
do you know what a Game
basically,
Shark is?
What was that?
Do you know what a Game Shark is?
No.
okay.
Oh,
So
okay,
basically, you know how the DS worked by you put the cartridge in.
Yeah.
So basically, the action replay was this like little thing that you put into that slot. It was like black and it was like made of plastic.
Mhm.
And the end of it had like a similar thing. Like it would fit into that slot where you put the game in.
Okay.
The basic, and then on the top of that, you had a spot where you could put the actual game in. So your game is sticking like a solid like inch out of the actual place where you're supposed to put it in. And basically, if your game had cheat codes for it, it would put cheat codes into your game.
Oh, it just automatically did the cheat codes for you.
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting.
And I know there was a way to like connect. There was also like a port where I think it was like not like a micro USB or something like that, where you could connect it to your computer to download more cheats for more games.
Oh.
But there was a lot. Like I remember that I remember using it in Animal Crossing. To get you could max out like the amount of bells you had in Animal Crossing, but you could also increase like how much like running speed it like increased your max speed. So I remember me and my cousin were playing that and I was showing her the action replay and my little Animal Crossing guy was just like Usain Bolt running around the whole like whole area like to like fast to the point where you couldn't even like it was hard to navigate somehow how fast it was going. So yeah, you could put like a bunch of games had it. But I think the big one that I know me and my friends used it for was Pokemon. Just like
Yeah.
spawning items, or you could make it so like your next encounter was any Pokemon.
Yeah,
Right.
like I know I tested it. I made it a level 100 wild Bulbasaur that was shiny. Like, I know the big thing I used the action replay for was I got bored of Pokemon Black and White near the end, so I triggered a walk through walls cheat and just walked to the end of the game.
Nice.
Oh, walk through walls! That was another one.
Yeah, you
You
just
know-
walk through walls.
The first time the first time I got to the top of Mount Coronet in Pokemon Pearl was using that.
Nice.
When I actually got Diamond because I wanted to play the other one, and I got to there, I for some reason I don't know if I like didn't have my actual replay anymore, or maybe I was like playing on like my 3DS or something. I didn't know how to get through Mount Coronet the second time because I didn't know. Oh, actually, there was that. Oh, actually, yeah, I skipped Mount Coronet and just went right to the 8th gym.
Oh no.
So I didn't even I didn't even have the legendary by beating the game. It wasn't until like the second time I played through I actually got the legendary.
Oof.
I didn't know I was skipping content. I just thought it was cool that I was running through walls.
I mean,
Whoa, what a neat
understandable.
feature.
I walked behind the Pokemon Center and I was like, I'm Nurse Joy now, but no one ever came in.
Dude. And nowadays in modern Pokemon games, you don't even need an action replay to walk through walls.
Bro.
Still can't believe how broken BDSP was.
Dude, that game I got to the second gym and stopped.
Dude, that has honestly, I think It's officially my least favorite main series Pokemon game.
Biggest disappointment.
Oh, by
in
far.
Pokemon,
Not
in
even
Pokemon
close.
game history.
It was such a disappointment.
I went through that game without collecting Fly.
What?
That sucks.
I never got Fly. Cause
Oh, really?
I didn't know you're supposed to go inside that building and get it. Dude, I was on my way to the 7th gym before I gave up on that game.
Oh.
I was the whole time. I was like, "When the hell do you get Fly? There's no way they make you wait this long to get Fly. Where am I supposed to get it?" I was so annoyed.
Yes, there. What? Wait, what building is it again?
It's like what's the bad guys again? Team Galactica.
Team Galactic.
Yeah, Team Galactic. Like, I'm pretty sure that they had like a headquarters or something. You're supposed to run in there and just grab it. It wasn't until I watched a streamer playing that game and he just walked right in there and grabbed it. I was like, "Wait, it was there? You just finished the 2nd gym."
That's rough.
Yeah,
That's rough, buddy.
I was really annoyed when I like maxed leveled out Pokemon and I'm running through the level 3 area and I'm getting stopped every time.
Mm. Did they fix the You ever seen the meme of like chance like you're fighting a Blissey in that game by Diamond and Pearl? You you close. It's like I think it's like in Infernape using close combat on a Blissey, and it's like it's super effective, and then the health just drains so slowly.
Yeah, so the reason is Blissey is
high HP. I know,
really high HP, and for some reason in the original Diamond and Pearl, there were certain things, most notably HP draining and surfing, that were just painfully slow, and the HP draining wasn't too noticeable. It was mostly bad with regards to Blissey.
Yeah, because if you look up like, I know if you go to Blissey, if you look up like the stats of Blissey, it's like that weird like the bar is like that weird blue color. That's like like this is crazy. This is crazy high. It's like reaching like Shuckle levels of like defense, where it's just like maxed out. Like nothing's higher than that. I used to be a big nerd. Well, used to. I used to be a big nerd when it came to Pokemon stats in college because I just hung out with all like the club. All my friends were in, well, one like of my 2 major friend groups in college, one of them was all like Pokemon in Pokemon Club, and I got really into like Pokemon Showdown and learning all of that, EVs and IVs and all that shit.
Yeah.
And I promptly forgot all of it. And I think I'm better off for it, honestly. That's crazy.
You still seem to have some of the knowledge sometimes. Just sometimes when you talk about Pokemon, I feel like.
A little bit.
Well, it's like a thought I had earlier today where I said to myself, with Generation 9 coming out, they're likely to Pokemon's likely to hit 1,000 Pokemon. And I have to live with the fact that I know the names of every single one of them, and that's just something I have to live with. It's like, I chose to learn this knowledge, and nothing else I can do now other than just accept it.
Hey, I'm slowly becoming the person that doesn't know the new ones, and you know what? It's not that bad.
Yeah,
it's really not that bad. There are a bunch of Pokemon
like Gen 4.
You see, I'm like you, Dustin. We're the same now.
I do too much of the Pokemon streaming, so
Right.
I just like you name there's a solid chance that you name a Pokemon like past like Gen 6 and on. There's a solid chance I don't know it.
Crabominable.
No, I know that one.
Okay. I don't know that one.
That's the Fighting Ice one.
Yeah, it's an icy crab on a mountain.
Yeah, he punches stuff.
No idea.
Probably.
I I can like.
Yeah.
I think sometimes when I look at Pokemon, I can be like, oh yeah, I know that guy.
Like I can tell that's a Pokemon.
Right. Yeah.
I might not know the name though.
Right.
There
Exactly.
was one time a couple of months after, this is like 7 or 8 months after Sword and Shield came out, where I had an argument with someone on my stream about if what they said. They said that Rockloak was the name of a Pokemon, and I was adamant that they were bullshitting me. And it took me about 5 minutes for me to realize that I was wrong.
Now, what is the name of Pokemon?
Rockloak.
Quackawak?
Drakloak. Drakloak.
Dracula.
Dracula.
Drakloak.
Dracloak.
I think that's how you pronounce it, at least. That's how I pronounce it. Yeah. Do you know the dragon? Nice.
Anyway, yeah.
Do you know the Gen 8 dragon thing, the derpy looking thing, Dreepy?
The one that shoots things itself?
Yeah.
This one that shoots itself? Yeah.
Yeah, that. It's the middle stage of that family.
Oh, how am I going to remember that? Yeah,
Like I said, I just have to live with the knowledge that I do. Believe me, I'm if anything, I might be jealous that you guys don't know it all. Like,
sorry. You're burden to bear. You're cross to carry.
I made the choice, and now I gotta live with that.
Just gotta accept that you know these things.
Pretty much, yeah. That's all I got
Yeah.
going for me.
That
It's
is
like-
permanent brain space.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's like when we're talking about stupid online drama stuff, and you have no idea what we're talking about, and I just envy you.
Exactly, yeah. It's just in the opposite direction.
Yeah.
Apparently, everyone that I follow on Twitter went to TwitchCon because everyone's talking about it. It was like literally my feed for like a week, and I'm like, I don't care. Please go away. I don't
Did
care.
TwitchCon happen? I didn't even know.
They okay. Well, yeah. I guess like I don't know. Someone broke their
Yeah.
back.
Oh,
Like,
shit,
multiple
really?
Places. Yeah.
Because those dumb fucks had a foam pit that was literally just one foam cube deep.
Yeah.
We had like a bunch of foam cubes and then concrete ground under it. So
And
you fall
encourage
into
people-
And it was,
Yeah.
how deep? 1 foot?
maybe
Were
even
there,
less.
were there a sign saying, hey, don't dive in? Like,
Definitely not.
oh,
More
shit.
the other way. They were encouraging people to roughhouse in it.
Really? I didn't even know
Yeah.
that.
That's horrible.
But yeah, someone jumped in doing like a split midair, landed on her ass, and broke her back in 2 different places.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sucks.
And then it kept going. And it kept going.
Yeah, they kept it open. And I think they even referenced the incident. Like a couple
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
Sometimes streamers would get up there and they would be like they had like a commentary team for it, I guess. Sometimes.
Yeah.
And they would like
Yeah.
reference that it happened. It's like, are you kidding me?
Yeah, that sounds bad.
Apparently, Milk was a sponsor at TwitchCon.
Milk?
Milk,
Like the food?
just milk.
The drink?
Yeah.
Like milk.
Huh.
Like a cow? Just was
Yeah.
like, hey, here. Hi, I'm a cow representing milk. The company Milk?
Yes,
Like-
milk.
Like Got Milk?
Well, it's probably like
I don't
Dairy
think so.
Farmers of America. That's what the Got Milk campaign was ran by.
They just said milk. It just said it was sponsored by milk, and they had a booth where they just gave people
Yeah,
chocolate milk.
it's probably the Dairy Farmers Association or Dairy Farmers of America.
Bro, I'm putting that on my business. I want a business card from the Dairy Farmers of America. And then just hand it out to people. It's like, yeah, I'm that guy. Oh, that's unfortunate. Yeah, I have a thing. I have a question.
What's your
Yeah?
question?
Uh-oh.
So next week it's gonna be our 10th episode.
Yes.
Okay.
I wanna really push the advertising of it. And I want to know what everyone can bring to the table in terms of getting the word out there. What can you do?
I can shout out the podcast on my stream.
All right, now I want you to do that every hour on the hour.
Okay, I'm probably only
Yeah.
gonna stream like
I want-
twice
I-
between now and when it airs.
I want a banner on your stream.
You want a banner?
I want a thing at the bottom of your stream and the little things, the little clickable things. And I want a big
like
obnoxious,
a panel.
and I want a big obnoxious like scrolling news board through
You
the
know
middle of your
what?
stream.
Well, I don't know. I'll see what I can do.
All right, cool. All right, Dustin, what do you got?
Fuck all.
All right, cool. Good to know.
Oh,
Well,
at
you're
least he's
part of the team.
honest.
Part of the team.
Yep, part of the team. I'm here. Yeah,
No, I'm
I'll talk about it on Twitter to my 4 followers, 2 of them being you.
Yeah, we're gonna need you to kind of start get those numbers up. Listen, you got anything? You got any cool stuff in the drafts that maybe you can?
No.
Nah.
I want to try tweeting on Twitter since I actually have at least you 2 following me now.
I want to see what you tweet on Twitter.
So do I. What can my brain come up with?
I had a tweet the other day I wanted to make, but I didn't end up doing it. I don't know if I'm gonna do it, but it's gonna be a 2-part tweet. It's like the duality of man. It's gonna be 2 sides.
Mhm.
The first one is a picture of the witch from what's it called? Fuck, why am I blanking
Wizard
on
of
this?
Oz?
Yeah, that one.
Okay.
I was like the little people and the
The
yellow.
little
Yeah.
people.
So it's the witch from the Wizard of Oz, and then the caption is average Salem resident,
Nice.
Nice.
and then the follow up thing after that is basically being like, oh, 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 yes,
Wow,
yes.
that was impressive.
I did not have one.
Oh, thank God.
Dustin over here gonna get a plus 14.
No,
No,
but-
definitely not.
but then after making a joke about the citizens of Salem, my second tweet was gonna be like, "Hey guys, how do I talk to all of the pretty girls in Salem, specifically the ones dressed as witches?"
You should tweet that one out before this comes out. That's a good one.
I might. I was thinking about it. I thought it would be a good one. I'm trying to bring incels back.
What?
I'm gonna make them funny.
Gonna
Oh
make 'em-
boy.
How?
I'm gonna make-
Go on,
I don't
yeah.
know. I don't know. That's my
I
that's
want
my,
to hear where you go with this.
That goal
gonna-
could go like so many different ways. I don't know what it means.
I'm gonna fix the public perception of them.
Yeah?
I think you need
Yeah.
to fix
Okay.
them.
What you think they have? What you think their ideology comes from their own problems? No, it's society, Dustin. Obviously, obviously they're not the problem. No, I'm just messing,
Okay.
dude. Incel. How about you upsell your positive traits and stop berating women? How about that?
Good one.
Got 'em, boys. Every color under the sun in this hand.
Okay.
Dude, every time I go to the dispensary, my boss the next day tells me that he saw me walking around.
Wait,
Yeah.
saw you there?
Well, he
He's
sees me
hanging around the
walking.
dispensary?
Well, he sees me walking there,
Oh.
and I'm like, "That's awesome! I went and bought drugs."
Just
My
start
root-
showing up wearing sunglasses.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Good thing you don't give you the random drug tests.
Yeah.
I'm good. I've never done a drug test. I've never been in a place that made me.
Really?
Yeah.
I had to do one drug test. It was when I got my
Two.
It was when I got my first job as a waiter. It was stupid. Absolutely no reason for it.
And I remember people talk. I've talked to people that are talking about like, man, like, really want to get high right now, but like, I got that new job coming up, and they're gonna drug test me the first day, and like, I gotta be ready for it. And I'm like, what are you talking about?
Drug tests in general are kind of a lame thing for like jobs and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, as long as it's not like heroin.
Yeah.
Or like just as long as you're not showing up to work high, like who cares?
Yeah, as long as you're not showing up to work high. If you are, then that's a problem. And maybe if they
Yeah.
suspect you of that, maybe if they, you're fading a little bit during work, they don't want you can't be high on the company dollar. But like, dude, like it's your own life. Like what's the
Yeah.
deal?
I don't know. Probably just another way to keep the poor poor.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. You speak that truth. But like, I wouldn't want to go to work. I've thought about it before, and I'm just like, I would not want to be at work inebriated anyway.
Right. Last thing you want to do is go to work.
I've
Look-
been, yeah. It's like I want to do is go to work. The
Let's
residents have
play-
asked me before.
Yeah.
Yeah,
How did that
just
go?
really just because I've. Well, there was one time that one of the residents summoned me. They did they waved to me to come over,
Mhm.
and then they asked me if the person cooking was high, and they don't work there anymore. But yes, 100% they were pretty much every day they were there, and I told the resident yes.
He's probably high somewhere.
I'm like, he's not. They like, he high. And I'm like 100% yes, and then they left. I've been extremely, especially when used to work mornings a lot. I would be extremely tired, and they could tell, and they asked me if I was high, and I'm like, no, I'm just tired, and then they left. No, right?
Yeah.
The elderly's easy, man.
Yeah.
They find everything funny.
Not when I worked, but the elderly.
Maybe
Wow.
just not funny.
No, they were just miserable.
Maybe consider getting better material.
Yeah, you know.
Have you
Have you
considered
been-
showing up to work high? And then when they ask you, "Are you high?" you say yes.
Nah, they never had conversations like that. They would just bitch, "Where's my coffee?"
Sometimes I'll tell them yes.
You know what my theory is, Matt?
Yeah.
My theory is that because you work, it's okay to talk a little bit more about where you work, right?
Yeah, sure.
So, like, because you work with people who are largely deaf.
Well,
Like-
it doesn't have anything to do with the size of them, but yeah, go for it.
No, but I think because they have like a disability like that, and they know that they kind of need help, so they're more willing to be nice because they know they need the help.
That's literally not true.
Okay, well, I don't
That's so
Yeah.
not true.
You told us about
Okay.
assholes. Yeah.
Oh, they do not know to not bite the hand that thieves them. They feeds them, man. They don't care
know.
at all. I think they're fun. I don't know. I think most of them are fun. They're fun to talk to. There's a couple that if I ever eventually, hopefully one day, please Lord above, I get to quit this place, that I'd miss. I genuinely would miss talking to them.
Would you be able to visit? Like, is that a place that has like visitations or whatever?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Would you really want to visit?
No, once in a while. Not like. I feel like there's also like I've done like other stuff for the nursing home. Like they've had like big events, or they've gone places where they wanted like pictures taken, and I've made like video stuff for like their like social media before. So there's a solid chance that even if I quit, I would be there one time or two doing something. And I'd
Fair.
go in and I'd say hi. I remember every time I would leave to go because when I first started there, it was during college, so I'd only be there during the summer. And I remember when I would come back, they'd always be excited to see me. One resident asked me if I was like, asked me where I was. I was like at school, and they were like, "Oh, so you were drinking and partying every night?" And I was like, "Hell yeah, dude!"
Totally.
Cut to me playing Overwatch in my dorm room on a Friday night. Hell
Cut to you-
yeah,
You
Oh, is
watching
that what
meme
you were
videos
doing?
of Pokemon.
yeah.
Cut to you having an RA knocking on your door because you're being too loud, watching Guess That Nickelodeon theme too.
Did I say that on the podcast or did I tell you that?
Pretty sure that was on the podcast.
Okay.
Was it?
I feel like it was.
I don't know.
Oh, yeah,
Eventually, at the
Unless you
point we
wanna
don't
say-
remember what we've said on a podcast and what we haven't.
Unless you want to say it again real quick, just for whatever.
Well, yeah, I mean it's basically what it sounds like. We were up late, a bunch of idiot didn't say it. We were up late watching I don't know, cartoons or whatever, because we're 20 somethings, that's what we do. And we started doing watching YouTube videos of like we'll play the first like 3 seconds of an opening and you have to guess it. And then it would basically go like, I know you iCarly, iCar. It would go like that. And we were doing that, and our RA came in. She was laughing. She could hear what we were saying. She could hear that like we screamed victorious at the top of our lungs. She's like, "Come on, like guys, come on, it's late." Like, okay, yeah, you're right.
At least she was a good sport about it.
Yeah. I pretty much only had cool RAs.
That must be nice.
Same.
My freshman RA, I thought he was cool. He could play Guitar Hero really well, and he was just fun. He was kind of funny. And then later on, I would learn that, like, I knew he was vegan, but I learned he was like hardcore vegan. Like meat is murder, and you're a serial killer for eating at McDonald's type of vegan.
One
Yikes.
of those fun people.
And I was like, no, my image of you is ruined. I was so upset.
Yeah, that's a shame.
My second RA was cool. He was in the same major as me. He was probably one of the best students ever in that major. I was glad I got to know him. The Nickelodeon or the TV show openings was my third RA, and I don't think I ever saw my senior year one.
Oh.
Because I think there was one time I was supposed to go to like some meeting for the building to be like, it's like meet the RA and go over rules and stuff. And I remember just deciding like I've gone to 3 of these and they've never been useful. So I didn't go. I don't think I ever saw my senior year RA.
Oh.
Yeah.
I had
Goes to show you.
I had the same RA, I think, sophomore through senior year, because I stayed in the same building all 3 years.
Interesting. Why? Do you like it, or is it just easy?
I liked that building. It was on a good part of campus. There was a I don't know too much about college campuses in general, so I don't know what's a generic term and what's specific to the college I went to. But essentially, there was what we called the quad area, which is like a park, basically. And the storm was right on it. And it was within like a 3 to 5 minute walking distance to like a decent number of the food places, especially the ones that I liked going to.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I found it my sophomore year, and I just really liked it. I liked it enough that I stayed my junior and senior year.
Nice.
Plus, I was able to
Good.
get first floor all 3 times. So I actually stayed in the same exact room all 3 times.
Nice.
So that was convenient.
I
Didn't have
lived
to
in
worry
a,
about like learning new buildings or anything like that. Whoops.
Yeah.
yeah, I lived in a different build. Well, my first year I lived in the freshman dorm, which
Oh, is
sucks.
there
But
only
I mean,
one?
uh, yeah. Well, like there's one that's like designated for just freshmen. Like freshmen could
Oh,
live outside of it, could move out
no.
and go other places, but this one building was like this is where freshmen go.
Right.
Second year, I lived in. This was the year that I lived with Shane.
Mhm.
We lived in like one of like probably like with the exception of the like more townhouse style buildings that were all single rooms. We lived in like the best building, like one of like the newest like best buildings. Somehow we managed to get that as a bunch of sophomores, which was kind of crazy.
Nice.
I think it was because we had a dedicated group of 8 people. So
Wow.
they were like, wow, that's a lot of people. You need something that will hold 8 people. We don't have a lot of those. So I think
Right.
I think the main reason we got it was because not anyone else had was able to get a whole group of 8 people, because the process was pretty strict too. Like you had to have everyone there at that time, all accounted for, like to just like sign up for it, which was
Wow, we had a
crazy.
fun time playing there, huh?
Bro, I don't know what we just did. I can't tell you what just happened. But
Dustin
you know
and
what? It's
Gang
cool.
just played 6 skips in a row is what happened.
Oh, nice. And then my last 2 years I lived in the townhouse solo. I didn't have a roommate my junior and senior year, and it was fantastic.
Nice.
Same.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna comment on anything, Dustin, about you saying same to just about everything there.
Yeah.
But
Yes,
you
yeah,
know,
same.
Yeah, we all have the exact same experience.
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. You know, crazy how that works, isn't it?
Yeah. The joke being, I went to a community college. Also, didn't make it to a 4th year because I dropped out.
Nice. Let's go.
Hey,
Proud of you.
better than drop out than flunk out.
Right.
Yeah, he left on his own terms.
Yeah.
No, Dustin. I think sometimes I wonder if you made the right decision.
I don't think so.
But sometimes I wish I made that decision. Like 4 years ago.
I typically will think about whether or not I should have done that, just in terms of like the actual like education part of it.
Right.
But then I kind of like think back of like, no, I liked meeting a lot of people.
Yeah,
And I
that's
really
really
like,
what it's all about.
yeah, and like Shane and I said on the other one, like we really liked like just having people around all the time. And I think that was a big part of it. And I think that's
Yeah.
why I
Yeah.
don't that's why I don't regret it. But that's also
Yeah.
based solely on your experience. Like if you had a relatively, I don't want to say anything mean, but like for like solo adventure in college.
Yeah, which is what I did. I mean, I didn't make any friends at the campus. The only friend I kind of made was my roommate my junior and senior year, who I do still somewhat keep in touch with.
Mhm.
But like that's about it. Instead, I mostly just did my own thing online. And you
Yeah.
know, for me, the bigger thing was less like being around people and more just I get to live on my own, make my own decisions on stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
For me, also, the bigger thing is not that I regret getting a degree, but I regret getting the degree and what I got it in. So, explaining a little bit, when I went into college, I knew I wanted to major in one of 2 things, either computer science or education. And I went with computer science, and I regret it. And it's no surprise that now I'm a substitute teacher working on being a teacher. So. Oh well.
Hey, I mean, it's what happens happens.
Yeah. Learning how to program is still useful.
Yeah.
And fortunately, I still can easily transition into education. So it's not even like that screwed me that hard. It's just a less common route to becoming a teacher, but, still a very valid route.
Yeah.
Dude,
Yeah, of
be
course.
a computer science teacher.
Yeah, I don't really think... I mean, I would, but I don't really want to.
Dude,
I want to do more history.
If I could get the teacher that we had in high school that just taught kids Scratch all day, bro, I would take that job immediately.
Just boot up Scratch and do some stuff.
Hell yeah, dude. I would totally do that.
Dude, you want to hear how broken... Alright, so listen to this. This is going to make you guys laugh, okay?
I better laugh.
So, in order to be a teacher, you have to meet, obviously, a variety of qualifications. One of them in the state of Massachusetts is, depending on the subject you wish to teach, you have to pass what's called an MTEL. And it's basically just a test that proves that you are knowledgeable in the area you claim to be knowledgeable in.
Education majors shuddered at the word at that word.
Pretty much, yeah. But not everything has an MTEL. So, for example, maybe for whatever reason, this school wants to hire a foreign language teacher that teaches Korean. There's not a Korean MTEL. So, in that case, you have a different set of qualifications you have to meet. In the last year, they came out with a brand new MTEL test for computer science teachers. And you can tell, based on what they ask you to know, that no one under the age of 50 was involved in making this test. Because, I shit you not, this is the breakdown of the test. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
About 40% of the test, 40%, is about how to use the internet in a safe manner.
Hey, it's still boring, but
Hey, if you have,
let me keep going.
If your search bar has a bunch of, if your search bar is like 3 inches wide because of all of the extensions you've installed over time, just trying to get a funny cursor. Nah, man, you're doing it wrong.
Now the next 40% of the test, and remember, this is for teaching kids the basics of computer stuff, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So the next about probably 30% is knowing hardware.
Like basic stuff, like graphics card, hard drive.
They go a little more in depth than that, but yeah.
Oh no.
Only about 10% is based on programming.
Damn.
And then the other 20% is how do you use Microsoft Office? And how do you use Google, or no, not Microsoft Office, Google Suites. And they'll literally be you have this situation and you want to solve it using a tool in Google Suites. Should you use an Excel or a Google Doc? It's
kind of weird how it's not even Excel. Isn't that the one that all jobs want you to know?
I don't know.
So wait a minute. If you take an MTEL,
it's a badly phrased.
So if you take an MTEL, right, and you pass it, do you ever have to take it again?
No.
Have you taken this MTEL yet?
No.
What? Okay. I feel like the play is that you take it and you do it while it's easy before anyone realizes that it's bullshit.
I plan on taking it this year.
Yeah, I
nice.
say you get it now before they realize their mistake.
The biggest, but here's the thing. Here's the thing that's also frustrating. Okay, is as someone with a computer science degree, I can easily say this with the utmost certainty, which is, my degree doesn't cover half the stuff that's on this test. Now, granted, a decent amount of it is common sense, but like, I never studied hardware stuff. So, to a certain extent, I don't know any of the hardware. So, like, that's the one thing that held me back from doing the test. Is like, I need to like sit down and figure out the hardware stuff.
I mean,
And then the other thing is I was very confused when I opened the practice test and saw what it was. I thought for sure I was looking at the wrong thing. Nope. Looking at the right thing. Just...
Yep.
Oh.
Well, if it's just asking, like, parts of a computer...
I don't remember the exact questions it was, but it was, like... specific questions, Matt. Here, let me see if I can find an example.
What were you saying, Dustin?
I was saying I remember in high school, I took a class where they had me take apart and put together a computer.
Really? In high school?
Yeah.
Oh, I wish I did
Pretty
that.
cool. I wish I did that.
Yeah.
I was there.
Tech class, I don't remember, but yeah.
I was there. What was I doing at the time?
I don't know what were you doing junior year. I think it was.
Dude,
Forensics, I was.
Dude, I was doing so much junior year. I was so cool.
You were doing
fun.
band.
I was so popular. Man, dude. Junior year takes me back. Totally, it was not just doing the same thing I did every other year.
Playing Team Fortress 2.
Of course, you know it.
Matt, in junior year, was TF2 still being updated?
Yep.
Oh, crazy how that works.
Last big TF2 update was when I was in college.
Nice.
Yeah, Dustin.
I think I'm gonna play Overwatch 2.
Dude, it's not bad.
All of my social media feeds is that, and I think I'm getting to the point where I might like it again, like I did back in 2016.
It's not bad. It's definitely different, and it comes with its new frustrations, obviously, but not awful. My new frustration is Orisa.
Really?
Yeah. She doesn't die. You just pump damage into that weird robot horse. And they don't die. Ever. And like you do like a whole bunch, I use like all my abilities. And then I look and her health's just back up to full, and I'm like, well, I guess I have no purpose then. That's that's the thing. That's the new thing. That's my latest frustration. That's your Overwatch 2 update made my frustration.
Yeah. The main complaint I was seeing is apparently a bunch of people playing Moira as a DPS rather than support. Which I only just learned who Moira is here now.
Oh really? You didn't know?
No, I was long gone, I guess, by the time Moira.
Oh yeah, that's been a wide thing for a while because she has very consistent damage.
I just recently learned there was a dude named Sigma.
I'm
only just now learning about him.
Dude, why not just have a character just called Chad at that point?
Dude, Chad.
Yeah.
They just make the whitest dude bro character.
Yeah.
His abilities, he crushes cans on his head and punches holes in walls.
Dude, let's be more specific. Budweiser cans.
Oh, no, of course. Probably drink like Bud Light limes.
Oh yeah.
Crazy person. Psychotic. I don't
Sorry,
like
Mike,
beer.
you're talking about Orisa.
Oh,
Or do you
when
want
I was done with Orisa.
Got it.
She just doesn't die. And it's frustrating. It really is frustrating. Because I've been playing Junker Queen a lot. So it's like that's my opposition, the other tank. Because there's only one tank now. And I see Orisa and I'm just like, okay, well, I'll get up really close. and I'll shoot her 6 times with my shotgun because shotguns do really well up close. Little fun fact about shotguns.
Do they?
And Arissa's got a big old like crit hitbox, big old head hitbox. So, just do 6 shots to the head on Arissa in a video game. And I'm like, okay. And then I use my other ability, which is a big giant axe swing. It's supposed to do like a ton of damage. And then at the end, as the fadeaway shot, I throw my knife, which does a little bit of chip damage. And then I look at her health bar, and it's full. And the only healing she has is like a Lucio next to her. And I'm like, damn. What was the point of me playing the game? Other than that, that's probably the biggest thing.
Yeah, that's always going to be a thing in those types of games.
Oh yeah.
I mean, there's always going to be some like person who's going to be just totally broken.
Yeah, for the most part. I mean, you go way back to Old Mercy. That was a big one when Mercy was just broken. Early Bastion, Doomfist for a while. Yeah. Like, I'm sure eventually it'll get... Well, one thing about Overwatch 2 is it's going to get updated.
Mm-hmm.
Something I'm not used to. But... And it'll be a new thing, and Blizzard will keep doing their thing, making bad patches, sexual assault suits, bad patch, sexual assault lawsuit, decent patch, another sexual assault case. Did you see that there was a recent one?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I saw it in a quote retweet of the thing, and it said they're about to release Overwatch 3.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't look into it at all. I just saw they're about to release Overwatch 3, and then I looked at the retweet, and it said Activision Blizzard gets another sexual assault lawsuit. I'm like, gut fucking whatever. All right, who we got to change now? What character's name are we changing? All right, I'm still not used to saying Cassidy. I still say McCree.
I don't think I'm ever gonna get used to that.
Wait, what's the deal with that?
So, there's a cowboy character whose name was Jesse McCree.
Okay.
And they were named after a Blizzard employee.
I see.
The name McCree came from a Blizzard employee.
I see.
I'm pretty and that Blizzard employee did some bad things. Did some very bad things. And then they're like, damn, we gotta change the name of McCree. But what about fixing like the internal structure of your company? His name is Cassidy now. His name is Cole Cassidy. Get the voice actors in here. We're gonna redo the lines.
Then they also decided they were just never gonna name anyone after a
Oh
employee
yeah.
ever again.
Oh yeah, no, never again.
Well, that makes sense.
That is a big yeah. You really shouldn't name people after real people anyway.
Yeah.
Like you're just asking for trouble.
It's funny because like I understand why they did it. Obviously, it makes sense. But in the context of why they did it and when they did it, it really does kind of seem like, oh, there's probably gonna be some more people that are gonna get caught. Let's just be careful. Like,
yeah, let's just cover our bases.
So let's just not even try.
Guys. So we've learned our lesson. Next time one of our employees is caught, now we have less work to deal with.
Unless they get an employee's like they get an employee whose name is like Reaper.
Oh my god.
Or Sigma. Or Doomfist. Hello, my name is John Doomfist. And they're like, hey, better watch yourself. We're not renaming another one. Oh shit.
That reminds me of when a number of years ago I was involved in I'm still involved in the speedrunning community, but essentially what had happened was that there was a period of time where there was a lot of sexual harassment claims being made against just a bunch of different people. But the communities I was in were, like, not affected at all. But I still had someone message me in a community where I was a prominent member in and be like, hey, so, is there a plan in place for when someone...
Hey, it's happened to all of us, man.
Someone comes out for sexual harassment? And I remember reading that message and I immediately replied back saying, no, we don't have a plan because I'm gonna hope it doesn't happen. Like, just don't mess with people.
Like, what's going on over? Dude, it's like you're all in the same room.
The weird way it was phrased. It wasn't like. It was like when it happens, not if it happens. When it happens.
Let's be real here.
Let's be real here.
And keep in mind, I'm talking about a speedrunning community where there's probably like only 15 people in the Discord. Like,
it's like, yo, he's like, yo, you really think we're the outlier? Come on, man. Let's be real here. You got tired of being an internet janitor.
Pretty much, yeah. Pretty much, because I was one for about 7 years.
Dude, I was a Minecraft server moderator for a couple months.
What do you mean? You still are?
No, like for an actual like big server. I played on it a lot. Well, I played on it a lot, and then I stopped playing on it, and then I came back. And then I didn't have anything, so I used the X-ray mod to cheat. So I cheated on the server, which is something you're not supposed. Obviously, you're not supposed to do. X-ray is a big one you're not supposed to do.
Yeah.
And then I was like, damn, I actually kind of like this server. Stopped cheating on it. And then I was like, you know what? I want to do the moderator thing, and then I did that. And then, like, a couple months after I, like, applied for it, I got it. And then for a while, I did that. And there was, like... I don't know what was... To this day, I don't know what was going on. There was drama going on in it, but I was, like, 13 at the time. And I kept, like, hearing... And they kept, like, almost involving me in it. But then I'm just like, I don't know how to. I don't have a microphone, so I don't use Skype. I was barely like there, but I was just doing my job, like answering like you could fill out a little thing that'd be like, I need a moderator to help me with this, and you would go and do it. And then
understandable.
And then I got admin, which was like higher up. And then like a bunch of stuff happened, and then I just like slowly disappeared from there.
Well, it's like the Discord server I was a moderator of for the Survivor community, where that was for what?
You got voted out?
No. But this YouTuber who I watch a lot of, he created a Discord server. And for the first, like, week or two, it was only open to Patreon members. He had just launched a Patreon, and that was one of his big things. So I decided to help him out on Patreon. It was only like $1, so why not? So I did that. After a week or so, he was like, yeah, I'm actually thinking about making it go public. And that was his plan. Well, I don't think he really understood how Discord worked. Because essentially, he made it go public, but had 0 moderators. And this server very quickly got to over 1,000 members. Very quickly had over 1,000 members, and there was not a single moderator. So on a complete whim, I sent him a DM and was like, hey, I noticed that you don't seem to have moderators, and that there's now 1,000 people in the Discord. Do you need help at all with anything? And within an hour, he sent a message back saying, like, yes, please help. So I ended up being a mod for that for about, I don't know, 8 months or so. But there was just constant drama. And it was the stupidest stuff involving probably 12 to 14-year-olds. I got sick and tired of that real quick. And I also wasn't getting enough support from the YouTuber. I think he was doing his best, but I think he was just in over his head. Hopefully the Discord's better now, but I don't know. I haven't been in it in a hot minute.
Discord mods are the backbone of America.
Yeah.
You have like people
The
who
thin
work
purple
in
line.
You have like truck drivers, doctors, Discord moderators,
Features.
Firefighters.
firefighters, Reddit admins,
EMTs.
EMT.
4chan users.
Or-
Oh, let's just calm down a second.
a little bit. Those guys that troll on 4chan, but the fun way.
The fucking way.
The fun way.
Yeah, the fun way. I mean, like the people that like they like track down like Shia LaBeouf's flag. That whole thing. When Shia LaBeouf was doing that weird performance art stuff. And they like tracked like planes going by and had a guy just who knew the area, who knew he was in the area. Would just go around honking his horn, and then people watching the stream would be like, "Oh, I could hear it," like that type of stuff. That's cool.
Isn't there a guy who's like routinely tweets out where like Elon Musk's plane is or something?
Yes.
Yeah.
That guy is
Yes.
doing God's work.
Well, speaking of doing Discords and doing God's work, I'd like to announce the Lads AM Discord. We will have
I'm
no
sorry, what?
moderation. You can just do anything you want.
Want to spam the N-word? Go for
You
it.
go for it. You know
I'm gonna do it right now.
No.
We're all gonna do it. We're all gonna do it at once. It's gonna be great.
Oh,
Hey guys, on the
boy.
count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, who did it? Who actually did it? I caught you.
Ban him,
Got you,
ban him,
idiot.
get him out of here. No, never.
Never?
Never. Unless it's like Patreon only. Public never. I refuse.
Yeah.
Because I know if I do, I will want no part in it. So I don't even want to open that up to the possibility.
You know what, Matt? I think I respect that decision.
Like, no, thank you. Not looking to interact with the bulk of the internet.
Yeah, the internet kind of sucks.
Yeah, it was a mistake.
Yeah.
It was definitely a mistake.
I think it just advanced too quickly.
I think I want to go back to, like, I wish I think we should go back to like the 20s.
The 20s?
Yeah,
You mean the 1920s?
yeah.
Why?
I was watching the new Internet Historian video where like the biggest story in the country was this guy that was stuck in a hole, and like people were like crazy into it. Like they were like
stuck in a hole.
Yeah, he was like caving. He was trying to open up.
The putty thing.
No, I think a different one. Different guys.
Maybe.
Different hole.
There's
but
a
he
lot
is-
of people who get stuck in a lot of holes.
Yeah, but he got stuck there, and like it was like this reporter went all the way down to like talk to him, and he made it like a big story. He was, I think the stat in the video was like the third biggest non-political story between World War I and World War II.
I mean, I can believe that because not a lot happened other than political corruption during that time period.
And I'm thinking about like, damn, the biggest, like everyone's freaking out, and like Everyone's freaking out and is really enthralled in this like one story that's happening somewhere in like Kentucky or Kansas. And I'm like, damn, I nowadays I wouldn't be able to be like glued to that story for more than like a
20
5-minute video,
seconds.
like a 5 minute, maybe like a tweet every now and again.
Mhm.
It's like, oh, that's
But
crazy.
I'm like, damn, like they're like that's like their day is like learning about this guy in a hole, and I'm like, that seems so simple. Like they're so bored that they just get up and go down to the state where it is and just
So-
hang outside the hole and
And
wait
it-
for the guy to see if the guy comes out.
And you're saying you want to go back to that time period?
Dude, it seems so simple, man. The coolest thing that happened was a guy was stuck in a hole, and that was driving media. Dude, it seems
mean-
so simple. It seems so nice. So it just seems so simple. I want to go there. I don't like Twitter.
I want the internet to go back to the time where I just played the Lilo and Stitch game where you stacked the sandwich really high.
Bro.
That's all I need.
I love the El Tigre game where you could choose to be a good guy or a bad guy.
Oh yeah.
Dude.
You all are way overthinking this.
dude,
Club
the Ben 10
Penguin.
game.
I did not ask for my parents' permission to go on Disney.com.
No, just what about Club Penguin? That was the shit.
Dude.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
I grind.
Webkins.
Don't even get me
Oh,
started on
Webkins.
Webkins. I love Webkins so much.
Webkins is good.
I made my mom drive me to like a store to get the polar bear one.
Oh shit, really?
And I didn't even I just knew that they had the polar bear one. I was like, I
Alright.
gotta get it
Alright.
before they run out of polar bears.
Was that your first Webkins, Matt?
No, my first Webkins was a tiger.
Well,
It was a tiger that I named Leo because I was like, because I guess I got confused.
Dumbass.
I was like, that's like, no, there's a
that's
lion.
pretty good. Dustin, did you do Webkins?
Yeah, I had a dog.
That was your first?
That was my only, yeah.
Oh, you know what my first was?
Hmm.
It was a pink-hearted Valentine's Day frog.
Let's go.
Because
Stick
my
with
mom
it.
wanted a school raffle.
Actually, I got one. I don't remember which one I got, but I did get one from that too.
Yeah,
Similar situation.
yeah. She put like 6 raffle tickets in for a new DS. Nope, didn't win it. We put a single raffle ticket in for this random pink frog. Oh yeah, we won it.
Nice.
I'm like, are you kidding me? She's like, go collect it. And I'm like, I don't want to be seen picking up this prize. People are gonna wonder why I put raffle tickets in for this.
I'm a boy, and I can't have pink things.
Well, so at the time, so my mom put it in actually for my sister, not for me.
Oh yeah, it's for your sister. That
Uh,
works. That
well,
works.
what
You could
ended
have
up-
pink things. You
What
could
ended
have
up
pink
working
things.
was she kept the actual physical toy, but I got the code for the online thing.
Oh, dude, you won that deal.
Oh yeah. And then I ended up getting, I think, 2 more Webkins, but I genuinely didn't remember. I just remember I had like 3 total.
Dude, next
Just
episode.
loyal.
Next
Okay,
episode,
Webkins?
Webkins.
We all buy Webkins.
I don't think Webkins is still a thing.
Oh, don't tell
Yeah,
me
I
that.
find it hard to believe that's still a thing.
Just like Club
No.
Penguin. Club Penguin's ripped too.
I know Club
Yeah.
Penguin. Don't tell me Club Penguin that Webkins is gone.
I'm sorry, Matt. We're getting older. That happens.
Dude, Club Penguin. Do you remember the rock paper scissors like card game for Club Penguin? The
No.
card jitsu, like the you're like a ninja?
Vaguely.
Dude, I grinded that. That was like, but before TF2, that was the game.
I remember more of Club Penguin's Webkins. Webkins, the only thing I kind of remember was decorating a house, I think.
Do you remember the gem guy, the dog that you like went on gem mining trips with?
Oh yeah, that dude.
Dude.
Oh, yeah. That was
I wanted to be him when I grow up.
You wanted to be a dog?
He's got that dog in him.
That's got that dog in him. That's me. Day
Well,
one.
Matt, I would say that on some days you certainly are a bitch, so.
Hey, let's go. You're a rock star.
Now we're just being weird about it.
Yeah, now we're just being mean.
Yeah.
Why are we being mean?
I mean, I
Supposed
never
to be-
said I had to be nice.
Supposed to be chill. Supposed to be good times. Damn. What do we gotta do about this kid, Dustin?
I don't know.
The amount of times
Channing,
that Dustin...
Channing did pretty well.
So Dustin Dustin, you have an alliance with Hawking, right?
Apparently, yeah. He and I are best
Because,
pals.
like, you and him just cancel me and Matt out so often.
Who?
Hawking.
Hawking?
Yeah, Stephen Hawking. Our special guest.
Hawking this dick.
Oh, this guy. I didn't know you were talking about. Hey, cool. He chill?
Yeah.
You want me on a podcast?
Yeah, you're asking what we should do about Robert. I think we should put Hawking.
Oh, hey. AI Hawking.
Damn.
Damn.
Getting replaced by a robot.
Dude, perfect.
I was told this would happen.
The perfect podcast is me, Dustin, the Queen, AI Hawking, and Larry Paultone. Dream blood rotation.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Wow.
I like what you did for the opening and thumbnail for that one.
Oh, who's that Pokemon?
Yeah.
That was fun.
Yeah. I thought it was gonna go, who's that Pokemon? It's Larry Paultone. And then I thought you were literally just gonna be like, Larry!
I was
Just
thinking,
like, I'm ready for this.
I had ideas, but then eventually I realized that I'm like, nah, it's a little too weird. Like, there's no context.
Right.
I mean, I know sometimes the bit is that they don't have any context, but I'm like, that's just really weird doing the Pokemon bit on top of just saying this random string of 3 names.
Yeah, it's a bit too much.
And
You're
then
a bit
like
too deep at that point.
I was gonna do like some like AI voice generated to make like kids talking to be like, who's that Pokemon? It's Larry Paultone. And I was like, I don't have. Plus, I just like ran out of time.
Yeah, we're a little late.
Work's been rough, and I keep like realizing that I keep leaving my house and then being like, I didn't set it to upload. Fuck. Because basically, while it's uploading, I can't really do anything because it's like uploading 2 hours to YouTube.
Do you need me to start sending you messages saying, hey, upload?
That's not gonna help.
Oh, okay. Do you need me to start going to your house and holding you at gunpoint and saying, hey, upload?
Only if you promise to pull the trigger. Sorry,
I
what?
will, but
What was I?
I will not, only because you asked me to, and
I'm like,
also
no.
and also only because it's going to be a Nerf gun.
You're like, upload the podcast. No. No, I refuse. I don't want to go to work today.
Matt, if you don't upload this podcast, I won't pull the trigger.
Dude, closes the YouTube tab.
No, did you hear me? If you don't pull the trigger, I will not pull the trigger.
If I don't,
If you don't upload the video, he won't pull the trigger.
That's what I meant to say, yes.
If I don't...
You have to upload the video in order for him to pull the trigger.
Yeah! Okay, fine.
Good thing we got that joke out of the way.
So like Spotify and stuff too, or just YouTube? Like, what's the deal? What's the deal here?
You know, upload it wherever you normally do.
Bro. Yeah, no, so I was late. Whatever.
Yeah, it happens.
That's why when we eventually live together, I'll just be like, hey, one of you fools, go turn my computer on.
No.
And upload it.
Dude, so I think we got blown off because we're young.
You think so?
What?
So, I told Dustin this. So, I got an email from one of the guys that we said, hey, we want to view an apartment or whatever.
Yeah.
And they sent a message saying, hey, yeah, we can probably do a tour Wednesday. But before we schedule the tour, I was wondering if you could tell me a little bit about yourself and whoever's moving in. So I type up a little thing. I sent it to Dustin just so he could proofread it. I send it, and I have not gotten a response.
Damn.
And that was back on Wednesday.
The
Yeah.
one that I emailed, I clicked the link again, and it said it was no longer listed.
Oh, cool.
Oh,
Was that
damn.
the 1400 one?
Yeah.
Damn.
Weak.
Well,
I kind of dug that one too.
looks like we're gonna have to go back to the drawing board.
Yep.
We're at 0. But HQ's
Oh, well.
gonna have to wait.
Yeah. Lads I am HQ will happen eventually.
Mhm.
Hopefully.
So we all just move into Dustin's house.
Okay, let's calm down.
Trust me, I think out of all the houses
sure
that
I've
we
got
can
the-
move into,
We're gonna
Dustin's is the one we least want to move into.
We're gonna kick
I
out
have
his-
the most people in this place.
Yeah, we're telling you, more room
Yeah.
for activities. We're gonna kick
We
them out.
We don't
Yeah,
have rooms
no,
for
no,
my
no.
family now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're gonna kick them out.
Yeah, I think if we're all moving into any of our houses, you guys are coming to my house.
Right.
All right, we're kicking them all out. Kicking everyone out.
Out of what? My house? I already did.
Yeah, we're gonna kick them out.
Literally living alone for the next week and a half.
Party at Rob's house.
I mean,
Oons,
I
oons,
would
oons,
say
oons,
that,
oons,
except
oons,
there's one
oons,
problem.
oons, oons,
And that
oons,
is the
oons,
dog that is sleeping behind me would probably bite you.
Oons, 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 oons. That's the sound of music playing. Oons,
Oh,
oons,
is that what it was? I thought that was the sound of some other action.
oons, 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 oons. No, that's the sound. That's the sound it makes when you walk into a wall in Pokemon.
You in
Pokemon.
Pokemon?
Yeah, when you walk into a wall that you can't walk through, it makes that.
Oh, I guess. In like the
Oons.
older Pokemon games, sure.
noise. Oh, you guys have so little cards, cringe.
I
My number's
thought I had a lot.
My number's bigger than yours. Fucked.
Yeah.
No win.
Typically 6 foot bigger than 5'8".
This is nice. Never mind.
So, I saw a turtle today.
Wow. That's what we've gone to. That's what we've been reduced to.
Well, it's better than just extended silence.
You saw a turtle today? That's crazy.
You should
Yeah.
end the podcast on that. Just the below bit of silence. Just to end with Robert going, I saw a turtle today.
You know what? I'm fine with that. But only if the video of me with the turtle is the beginning of the podcast.
Hey, it's a turtle. A little turtle man. Turtle guy.
Wasn't that more of a tortoise?
I don't know. Turtle, tortoise, same shit. I don't fucking know the difference.
You don't?
Tortoises walk and can't swim.
You don't study? You haven't studied your shelled creatures?
Not particularly, no.
Wow. I think you know a guy.
Nah, I was never good at biology.
What about turtleology?
Oh, that's a
Nah.
tortoise.
Nah. I'll learn more about
Huh?
when we get to Turtle Island, Matt.
Hmm.
I knew I should have been scared of Turtle Island. You tried to tell me I was crazy.
What are you talking about? Literally, there's an island of turtles.
Cat girls apparently.
Except there's a tortoise among us.
There's one tortoise. I got a question.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We're all the same age, pretty much.
correct.
As of now, yeah.
Like a solid 24 years
Yeah.
Yeah.
under our belts.
That's
Sure.
us.
If you could have 24 years of experience in any one thing, what would it be?
24 years of experience. Of experience?
Yeah.
Probably in You're saying like knowing how to do something, not like having memories of something, right?
Yeah, I'd be like, well, if someone's like, well, how long you been playing guitar? You could be like 24 years.
Oh, for me, I think it would honestly probably be knowledge in how to effectively plan and travel. How to effectively travel, basically.
So 24 years of traveling, essentially.
Traveling.
Yeah,
experience.
well, yeah, so that way, like, I can easily go on trips. I know how to get good deals on stuff, and yeah.
That's cool. That's cool.
Because, like, I really like traveling. Dustin and me doing this trip was a huge step for me. But now I know I need to go one step further. Because, like, you know, I really want to, like, go international traveling. But I've not done that alone before, so that's like where it's like I need to kind of get myself to take a step, especially in a country that I don't speak the language. Like, so that's the next thing that has me nervous is like if I'm in France where I don't speak any French, am I gonna be able to get around? And I'm gaining more confidence in my ability, but 24 years of experience would help out with that.
That's cool. That's an interesting one.
Yeah.
I like that.
But better than me saying 24 years of experience speedrunning a random game, right?
Mario 64.
Oh yeah, I could be a world record holder, I bet.
I'd probably go with solid teleportation.
Sorry, what? I thought we were being realistic, but okay.
I don't have any experience knowing how to teleport, so
Yeah, I don't think you could gain 24 years of experience in something that doesn't exist.
Matt. Willing?
Dustin, you have looked into it for 24 years, and you have officially, after 24 years of experience, you've learned that it's impossible. Way to fucking go, champ.
You have a notebook that says year 1, still not possible. Year 2, still not possible.
Year
Year
24
3.
proved it's not possible.
Year 25, I decide to relook at it.
Year 25, I've reevaluated my life decision.
Year 26, how the shit did I get over here? For real though, do you have anything? Anything you really want to be good at, but just you don't want to dedicate the time to, or you find it difficult?
Everything.
Yeah,
Art would be cool. I think any sort of, I think maybe like drawing or painting and stuff. Just general like
that's a good
physical art talent.
I think that's a solid one.
Yeah, I want to be able to think of a thing and then put it on paper the way I want it to look.
Dude, that is so. I've tried. To. I think I've improved a little bit, but that's just very basic stuff. And I keep asking. I have a couple of friends that draw really like they're actually like legitimate like like they actually do illustration and stuff. And I'm like, so how do you like do the thing where like it looks like how I look at? I think it looks. And like how do you make hands not look weird? And every time, every artist I've ever asked are like, I don't know, man.
Yeah, that's not how art works.
Like I don't know. Like I just do it. And at first they look like that, and then I do it a little bit more, and then they're good. And I'm like, wow, that was so unhelpful, but thank you for your insight. And they're like, glad I could help. Apparently, no artist knows how they do it. They just know how to do it.
Did I show you guys the drawing of a portrait I did a couple weeks ago?
I saw it in your Discord.
Yeah, I drew a Torchuk. And I had zero expectations for how it was going to come out, but it actually came out, like, decent. I'd give it a solid, like, 6 or 7 out of 10.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Like, it was something where you would look at it, man, and be like, oh yeah, that's Torchuk.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, no, I was proud of myself.
Yeah, be proud of yourself, man.
Yeah. I don't know. I guess I draw a Pokemon occasionally now, because that's now the second Pokemon I've drawn.
Mm.
First was Probopass.
Yeah, any reason why?
Because I went on a website and said, give me a random Pokemon, and that's what came up.
Nice.
So I was
That's
like,
cool.
sure, I'll draw a Probopass. Why not? So maybe that's what I'll do now, is just slowly draw Pokemon. Eventually I'll draw 1,000 of them or something. Who knows? I mean, if I only do one a week, then, you know, I'll be done in, like, a decade.
It could be one of those gimmick, like, Twitter accounts.
Yeah.
I like the one that draws a different Minecraft block every day.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Ah.
They have a real cool art. They have a really cool art style, so I watch it, I look at it, I'm like, damn, that's sick. Wish I could do that.
I mean, you could.
Mm.
Might
It's
not
hard, though.
necessarily come out the way you think it would, but...
Art's hard, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not easy.
I wish I knew something about it.
You suck.
Same.
I agree.
Same to the drawing thing, not to the fact that I suck.
Well, my main motivation was I wanted to draw stuff for D&D.
Right.
I wanted to be able to draw D&D characters, and I wanted to be able to draw cool stuff. But I really just like started like learning like facial anatomy, and my brain was like, "Ugh, how do I make look like anime?"
Yeah. I don't know. Just Dustin.
Yeah, get rolled, man.
It reminds me, though, of the 3 weeks where I was an art minor in college.
Really?
Yeah.
Why'd you?
That
do
was a dark, dark time period of my life.
Why did you do that? Like, what was the motivation to do that?
The motivation was I wanted to get a computer science degree because I wanted to get into the video game industry. And I figured having an I figured having a class or two on like digital art would be helpful. However, my college would only let you do those classes if you were an art major or an art minor.
Okay.
So I said, okay, I'll do an art minor. So I did an art minor, but then I found out that it's like a really bad situation where in order to start your major or minor, you have to complete, it was art 102 and 104, which was basic like pencil drawings.
Yeah.
Here's where it sucks though, you ready? So the class is opened to all the major students before the minor students. By the time I got access to the classes, both 102 and 104 were full.
Yeah.
So I had to sign up for Art 106, which was 3D sculpting.
Oh God.
Yeah, remember, I wanted to get into this for digital art. Yeah, no, I have never been more stressed in my entire life than having to make what was it? Our first project, which I'd never finished, I dropped out halfway through the project. The first project was to create a dummy. So it was like, choose any material you wish, and then make like a dummy out of it, but the dummy has to have working joints, and then you're gonna go ahead and make a short film with the dummy that's stop motion.
Wait, is this like actual like sculpting like in real life or like Blender?
Real life.
Oh, okay, that's not.
But remember, it's not using clay. So like, I make bad choices. That's all this can be phrased as. But I chose my special material to be paper clips,
Yikes.
but like it ended up being that like because I didn't understand what the project was at first, so I was like, oh, I'll just go with paper clips, that'll be fine. I figured it was something more creative. But then it ended up being like, oh, we have to make this thing with joints. Here's the wooden inner workings. We had like an hour and a half tutorial on how to make this inner workings thing. And like, I spent like 6 hours on it and I couldn't get it to work. And that was before I even tried making it look at like anything with paper clips. So I had to stop for my mental health. Especially because that was the same semester that I was taking what was considered the 2 hardest computer science classes in the major. So I'm taking like the 2 computer science classes that like are considered to make or break you as a CS major. If you pass those classes, you'll be fine graduating the rest of the year. If you don't pass those classes, you're screwed. And this one stupid art class was stressing me out way more than both of them combined.
Wow.
Dustin, I fucking hate you.
Dude, that class sounds kind of fun. Not gonna lie.
What, the art one?
Yeah, man.
No, I've never been so stressed. I was getting mentally ill. I remember because the other thing was, I really don't like giving up on things that matter. It's one thing if, like, you know, I start a stupid little project just on my own and I don't see it through. But when it comes to academics, I've always found academics for me, like, on the a little on the easier side than I think most people would. So for me to struggle so hard in a class, I've never had that happen to me before.
Damn. That's some real...
Yeah, so like, I mean, and I'm not trying to like, I hope it's not coming across like I'm bragging or anything, because that's not what I'm trying to do. But like, to not struggle through a class in middle school and high school, and then all of a sudden just out of the blue in college, to reach that level of struggling, to go from someone who usually gets like B's to like someone who's like very obviously going to get an F was such like a shock to me, and like I just broke down.
Sounds like for me it sounds like some real like right brain left brain shit.
I don't know, maybe it was, I don't know. All I know is that I dropped the class, I dropped the minor, and I never felt such a big weight come off my shoulders in my life. And then my junior year, I ended up doing a minor in history instead, and that was a much better minor for me.
Yeah, that is kind of crazy, especially how different... I don't know, how different you are from me. Because the class you described sounds pretty fun, not gonna lie.
Well, here's the thing. It sounded fun to me too, which is why I had no issues taking it. But it was it was just stressful. So yeah, I mean, I don't know. But I remember... And the other thing that kind of frustrated me about dropping it, Matt, was... I had made the decision over... This was a fall semester, so I had made the decision over the summer that I was going to do the class and be an art minor, right?
Mm-hmm.
Every single person, just about who I talked to about it, they might not have said anything, but I could tell from their reaction that they were like, wait, you're going into art? You've never shown yourself to be an artistic person. Why are you going into art? And that only emboldened me, I think, because like I wanted to prove people wrong.
Yeah, that's a pretty common thing. People tell you can't do something.
Right, so you want to be able to do it just to prove them wrong. But like it just wasn't happening. It wasn't happening. And I will never try to do any sort of 3D art ever again in my life. Drawing's fine. I don't mind drawing. I will never try any sort of sculpting like that in my life ever again. That was so stressful. I'll see if I can find like the exact rubric of the assignment or something, because I probably have it somewhere where I could show you exactly what it was we had to do.
Yeah, I majored in film.
Oh, did you know? How was that?
Yeah, no, it was fun, man.
Oh,
great
I'm
time.
glad to hear that.
I had a great time. Just made shit. It was fun. Took a graphic
sure
design
it was.
class. Took a graphic design class. Realized I knew all of it. Didn't need it.
Dude, you took a graphic design class. That's all I wanted to fucking take.
Hell yeah, I did.
It was that
Remember, I took one in high
easy.
school.
What was that, Dustin?
I took one in high school, graphic design class.
Yeah, I wish I had taken it in high school.
I didn't have
but-
to. Well, I didn't have to jump through any hoops to take a class because I was already in the communications.
Yeah.
And when you were in communications for film, they were like, "Yeah, all right, cool. You're like the top dog around here. You can take like anything else in communications." Like, if you were in like graphic design, if you were there, I think if you were like there specifically for graphic design, you couldn't just hop into any film class. They wouldn't let you.
well,
if you were in
that kinda
film-
makes sense.
But if you were in film like I was, they were like, "Yo, you want to take graphic design? You want to take game design? You want to take all this shit?" I'm like, "Fuck yeah, man!" I took a not game design, basically the game design class for non-game design majors. Like history of game design, like it went over like original like text adventures and stuff. It was really interesting. I wrote a paper on why new D&D players like refuse. They always go for like the most difficult option, or like they don't want to do like they basically it was like, why do D&D players just immediately want to use fireball to break down the wooden door?
Right.
And I went into like, because in games they all have like, there's like games like games are probably used to like have like limitations, or like they see a door and gamer brains are like, it's probably locked, I gotta go find a key. And I'm like, in D&D it's like, no, just figure something, dude. Just do something. You literally have no limitations here.
Yeah.
And how that doesn't compute in the average gamer's brain.
Mhm.
So I wrote that paper. That was really cool. And then there was a whole thing on tabletop RPGs where they were gonna like, you were gonna get put into a group and you're gonna have to like run one for your group outside your class or outside of class. So me, big idiot, went to my teacher and was like, "Hey, I already run Dungeons and Dragons outside of class. Can I just like do something on that so I don't have to do it in class?" And that motherfucker spun that on me. He was like, "Actually, I'm actually looking for people to like volunteer to like be the people that run the games. So if you could actually do that, that'd be really valuable." And I'm like, "You son of a bitch! How did you get? You got." I was so mad because I should have saw that coming. I really should have saw that coming.
Whoops.
And I didn't. And then I had to run one, and it was fun. It was fun. But I tried to get out of it, and I ended up getting more work.
I've thought about it, and I think if I am a teacher, there's a greater than 0 chance I try to start like a D&D club.
Dude, I wish we had that. Had
Yeah,
that.
I mean they're becoming more and more common in middle schools.
Yeah, well, D&D is
So
only growing.
yeah,
Huge boom in the last last 3 or 4 years.
I'm sure the pandemic helped out a lot actually with that.
Yeah.
Mhm.
people doing D&D with like Roll20 and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we're not unique.
Oh yeah, no, I know.
Yeah. We are getting into a like 50-year-old hobby. Like,
Is it really
Like-
50-year-old?
it's
Yeah.
old, man.
I mean, I know
Definitely
it's
70s.
old. I thought it was in the 80s though.
Nah.
Oh, okay.
No,
But
it's
yeah,
it's
no.
very old.
I know I was reading a thing online where someone was talking about how awesome it is that they use D&D. They use D&D to like have kids work on, have fun obviously, but also it helps with them learning problem solving skills, communication. It can, even like anger management in some cases,
Oh,
like
yeah. When I went to
having patience, like
when I went to PAX, I met up with a friend of mine there who's also who's a teacher. I think special education, I think, is their like focus.
oh, okay, yeah.
And they brought me, or they didn't bring me, but I went with 2 panels with him. One was about D&D, playing D&D with ADHD. And then there was one about just games in education. And I talked a lot about tabletop RPGs and like board games and video games being used in the classroom. It was really super interesting.
Yeah.
Even just like not being my world, but like especially like seeing them there. That was really cool. It was really super interesting. I'm like, damn, why don't we? I want to play video games in school. Come on, man. Why are we only learning about this now? After I graduated, come on, man.
Like, there's one thing I remember I heard about this a long time ago, Matt, and it's something that I've thought about using if relevant for what I teach. Is if I do cover Europe as a social studies teacher, I'm gonna do one class where I talk about Denmark because there's a group of people who literally recreated the entirety of the country of Denmark in Minecraft. Like 1-to-1 scale.
Are you gonna tell them about the Minecraft Americans that got on that server and blew it up?
It's a downloadable map, so you can download it yourself.
I do remember that specifically, and they
did it with Denmark because it was like a very flat country.
But there was some sort of, I think when it like launched or when it first like was released, there was a server that would run it, so you can just join it.
Maybe
And a bunch you could probably find the picture. It was really, I think the picture went around more than the original thing did, where it was all blown up and people put American flags around.
Oh no!
I'm like, damn, those are my boys.
Oh no!
Never more proud to be an American.
The United States conquered Denmark?
Dude, canonically, yeah. We own them now. They're ours.
Nice, I like.
We're gonna ruin their roads. Not a bicycle in sight. God damn it. Dude, if AI Hawking wins, it's gonna be crazy.
Oh yeah.
I don't know, Dustin. Where do you get your morals from?
Where do I get morals from?
Yeah.
Christ.
What?
Good answer. Good answer. Good answer.
What the hell? What is this hand that I just got?
I know what you're thinking, Dustin. What kind of question was that?
Yeah. You're talking about AI Hawking winning.
I don't know. I just came up with
like how
something.
you're saying, you're probably wondering, Dustin, what kind of question was that? Whereas I'm wondering, what kind of answer was that? Since
a
when
right
you're
one.
religious?
He's a man of God. He's a God-fearing American. God-fearing, red-blooded American. Yes,
No,
sir.
Yeah.
is it? I know Dustin. He's not that religious.
I am
That's-
terrified of God. What do you mean?
Dustin goes to church on Sundays.
All the time.
Oh my god. I was explaining to a kid what Catholicism was today. And I think I'm really happy with the explanation I gave. You ready for this?
Uh-huh.
So if Christianity is juice, then Catholicism is orange juice. Like,
It's like
it's
the
just
same thing.
it's like a subsection. It's still juice, but there's other kinds of juices.
And it's weirdly acidic.
Yeah.
And sometimes there's pulp in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I get what you mean.
Yeah.
What is in this analogy, what is pulp?
What is pulp?
If Catholicism is orange juice, what is the pulp?
You
what
know,
is-
the child predators.
Ah, I see. Now what is the acidity?
That's why there's a lot
Also
of
the child
pulp in
predators.
it.
Ah, I see.
No, the acidity? No, that's just the toxicity that is the Catholic Church.
The vinegar. I see.
Yeah.
Nice. I like this analogy.
Yeah, do you?
Yeah, so what's apple juice?
Protestantism.
Okay. I see we're going down the metaphorical fruit juice aisle of religion.
Oh, of course, of course.
Yes. Oh no, Rob, you're so smart. Where do you get your morals from?
From my inner consciousness? I mean, I don't know what to tell you. Certainly not through religion.
Wow.
I think about it and I say, okay, do I think this is a good thing or a bad thing? Oh, I think this is a bad thing. Alright, I'm not gonna do it.
I see.
Matt, you just gave Dustin the win.
I literally did.
Wow.
We're good. We did it.
Hey,
Hey, you
another
found the
common
winner,
Matt L on the podcast.
I was gonna say, hey, look at that. Matt, you lost to Hawking.
Oh no!